Okie dokie. Okay, so I'm back. The kids are upstairs. They're not quite in bed. My husband took over. Okay, so like I said, I was going to talk about gut health. So if you guys don't know, I'm a holistic coach, detox specialist. I'm into holistic healing and helping aid your body or aid yourself into helping your body heal itself. Because if you don't know, our body is an intelligence, and it is a vessel that we use, and it's constantly working in our favor, even if you're sick. So today, I'll be talking about gut health, and I have notes because I spent a lot of time researching. It goes like gut health can go into mood disorder, mental health, arthritis, Alzheimer's, eczema, which is what, we had some of these symptoms in our household, and depression, anxiety, sleep issues. So many things is linked to gut health. So I would love to share some of my studies, some of the things that I've experienced and found with you guys, because it's going to be a game changer. So I'm really excited. I'm trying to make sure I have a lot of notes, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So I'm going to try to figure out where to start at. Just give me a second. Okay, so I can tell you some of the things when it comes to gut health. Okay, so if you guys don't know, you keep hearing that our soils are depleted. Our food is not, doesn't have as much it's not I can't say the word, nutritionally dense as it was 50 years ago, 500 years ago, when dinosaurs was living and all this other stuff, right? Well, I showed you guys a product when I came on live before. If you didn't check out the live, I'm definitely going to show it again. Matter of fact, I'll just have it here. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm not going to bring it into camera until I really get you guys to understand, catch you up to speed with how this helps and the key things that our body does. So our body digests, it absorbs. So a lot of people have malabsorption, and those are people who have nutritional deficiencies, which we all do. And then you have, so you have digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. So those are the main functions that our bodies do. Even the systems, our organs do this, as well as our down on a cellular level. So we know, and if you don't know, we're made up of trillions of cells. A lot of those cells are human DNA, and a lot of those cells are alien or foreign DNA. And those alien and foreign DNA is bacteria, is environmental bacteria, or quote unquote good and bad bacteria. And so our body normally has its checks and balances to keep these things in place. But since my husband's trying to sneak, so he's not interrupting my video. But since the pharmaceutical company, since we've been taken over by the pharmaceutical companies and these corporate industries, they have changed our agriculture system. Because normally, if you go back in the day, everyone had farm, everyone was growing their own food, and we weren't using these chemicals to put on our food, and we had more respect for nature, and realizing, I guess we didn't realize it, and I guess that's going to be our wake-up call, to realize that we are a part of nature, and we can't separate ourselves from nature. The more we separate ourselves from nature, the more we're coming to our own demise as human beings, because the bacteria that is in our body, like every part of your body has its own microbiome, every part of your body has its own microbiome. It's even found in the breast, it's found in the brain. And now that they put chemicals out on the crops, that they're putting the pesticides and herbicides, and the huge one is how do you say this? Glufosinate is the key ingredient in Roundup that's creating a lot of illnesses and disease, and Roundup is in everything. It is in our water supply. This is not only should we be watching out for fluoride, but the huge issue is the as many issues, is the glufosinate. How do you say, babe? Glufosinate?
Yeah, glufosinate.
Glufosinate that's in our water. So it's in our water supplies. It's in, even organic food, you're going to still need to rinse that off. And it's in, not only, the pharmaceutical drugs and the hormones that they're dumping in the reservoir of our water supply, because that's dead water. It's carrying all this crap that's not good for our body. So it's, regardless, even if you're eating healthy, you're still being exposed to this. It's in our air, it's in our water supply, it's in our foods. And so the huge issue with this is that it is not only our carcinogen, meaning it is cancer causing, but it also messes up the connection of your DNA and the other foreign bacteria. It also wipes out the good and bad bacteria in your gut. And far as gut health related, if we don't know, the gut and brain health is heavily connected. Some people call the gut even the second brain, or maybe even the first brain. And I'll break this stuff. I'll go into more depth about how and why it is crucial and essential. So foods to avoid, I'd rather say that first, or start off with that first. And then I'll go into things that are linked to bad gut bacteria. And yeah, so where is it? Okay. So with that being said, if you haven't heard, our wheat has been denatured. I don't know if people understand the depths of, so food that has bread or have wheat in it, it has been so denatured. So has our soy. 95% of our soy is genetically modified. Our corn is heavily genetically modified. Wheat has been so denatured, and definitely has glufosinate. I'm trying to pronunciate this word right. Glufosinate. I don't know why I say phosphate or whatever. Glufosinate in it, and this glufosinate, like I said, is messing up the communication, cellular communication. And I can break this down on different levels of how this is affecting us. But from my research, foods to avoid, number one is food that has wheat and gluten in it. If you can, get foods that is organic, and far as and this is linked to gut health. Far as I have a list of other foods that, of course, we know sugar. Sugar isn't really good for you. Sugar causes your insulin to hike up, which causes your body to go in acidosis, which ages you, which stresses your body out. Sugar slows you down, slugs you up. And acidosis causes mucus and inflammation, the whole works. So I think we all know about sugar. And even if you're going to eat some simple sugars are foods you would eat, like natural foods. So like an apple, a banana is broken. It's sugars that is broken down in the simplistic form, so your body doesn't have to go on the acidic side to break this food down. However, it's still, I think, something that because that's a whole nother thing. And I know I'm going against the very teaching where I got my education at, but it's because I've been continually getting my education and because of my own personal experience. I've found that, if you're going to eat sugar, it's great to eat it in the most natural form. And it's okay to have every once in a while have your, sweets. I know we personally do. We still have vegan treats up there. We go have our favorite spots. We go and get some processed vegan food. But we also know how to counteract that when we're eating. We also know how to prep our body so it's not as detrimental. And so we can just make up for our body. So what I'll be talking about, and if you work with me personally, and if you're looking to work with me, I'm a person where I'm going to let you know the consequences of things. If you don't know, if your body doesn't tell you already, but I also am a person where I allow you to have cheat dates just to get you through mentally, emotionally, until you get to a point where you reach a more optimum level of your body where you can let go, because most of it is an emotional attachment to some of the foods we have. And I was able to let go of bread. I used to be really addicted to bread and wheat and pastas and stuff like that. Every once in a while I eat pasta, but they're made with ancient grains or I don't really eat pastas that often, or rice flour, and that's another one that I'm gonna eventually shed away. But for now, where we currently are, I give myself time to eat that stuff like that. But so if you're going to need sugar alternatives, honey, agave would be other alternatives. And again, eating fruit is way better than eating processed sugary foods. And I can tell you towards the end what me and my family does, our regimen, and what works for us, because we definitely had a whole trial and error trying to find a good balance. And taking this product that I'll be talking about, I'm not getting paid for this. Eventually I will. I would like to, because I would love to sell it because it's amazing. And again, I would like to find my own supply of this. So directly to the source, because it's natural. And it's just a game changer. Okay, so coffee, using artificial stimulants or coffee. We already know about energy drinks, sugars, and alcohol. We should know the effects of dairy. What else? There's certain foods based off of where you are health-wise that I may be more strict on, but definitely some foods like palm oil, canola oil, cheap vegetable oil, sunflower oil, peanut oils are not good for your body. Oils that are good are avocado oil. We mainly use avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, but oils to cook in primarily are avocado and coconut oil. Reason why is because the oil becomes unstable once it reaches a certain temperature, and it changes the chemistry of the oil, which can create carcinogens in the body, free radicals in the body. It could just make your body unstable because these oils are not able to hold the heat. And so that's foods to avoid. But some symptoms as far as health issues when it comes to having poor digestion, poor gut health, a bad microbiome, low stomach acid, leaky gut or malabsorption. Of course, if you go to your health practitioner, your naturopathic doctor, and they say that you have a deficiency in some type of vitamin, because like I said, our body is an intelligence, and if you're eating a very well-rounded, if you have a very rounded palate, or you're eating, I don't like using the word diet, but if you're eating a variety of foods, and you're also taking food supplements, and you're feeling like you're doing a lot, and you're still having some type of issues with nutrition, or you're still feeling fatigue, or you're still feeling brain fog, or if you have fertility issues, like I can go, where's my, okay. Y'all ready for the symptoms? Oh yeah, did I say canola and soy oil is is another thing to avoid? I wanted to just emphasize that. Do your own research on these things, but yeah, those are definitely things to eliminate, again, as well as wheat, a huge no. If you can get if you can drink distilled water and put electrolytes, natural electrolytes, or mineralize or reprogram your water, because that's a whole nother thing I have to talk about. Distilled water, I can go and pivot off into another conversation just from some of the topics that I'm hitting. But distilled water or fresh spring water is really good. But if you're detoxing, distilled, reverse osmosis would be second best. But also another great water supply is eating your water through your fruits, your fresh fruits like melons. Water that has high levels of water content is a great way to get electrolyted, mineralized water through eating fruits. And that's what our family tries to do daily. And again, I'll talk about that towards the end. So far as when you have, far as the gut health. Okay, so when you have gut issues, you get sick, these are different variety of range, because everything's linked to the gut. It's our central place in our body, excuse me. Okay, so you can have poor gut microbiome, low stomach acid, leaky gut, malabsorption, aka bad digestion. This can lead to depression. You can have food allergies, food sensitivities, sinus infections, joint pain, such as headache, RA, or rheumatic arthritis, I can't say the word, arthritis, fibromyalgia, skin issues such as eczema, acne, psoriasis, rosacea, thyroid issues such as Hashimoto's, hypothyroid, Graves' disease. Also other issues linked to poor gut health can create constipation. So if you're not pooping regularly, not once a day, but at least 2 to 4 times a day, that is the healthy range, and that's daily. If you're not pooping that, then you have gut issues, poor gut health, and you're dehydrated, and we'll get into this topic as well, all in this video. If you have brain fog, which I used to have really bad, I used to be constipated, I used to have brain fog, I used to have insomnia. If you have mental issues, mood disorder is linked to the gut. If you have, I think I said mood swings, candidus issues, yeast issues, depression, bloating, eczema, psoriasis, if you have irregular periods, if you have painful periods or cycles, infertility issues, yeast, mold, overgrowth. It means you have fermentation going on in your body, a bad bacteria. So a lot of people who have molds growing on their body, this is poor gut health, a sign of poor gut health. It means you have mold and yeast overgrowth in the body, which can cause brain fog. That means it can cause alcohol in the stomach, which can create you to feel almost like you drunk alcohol. I've had issues like this before, and it feels, you're pretty much brewing like beer. You have mental fatigue, or you'll feel really fatigued. If you have a coated white tongue, That is a sign of yeast overgrowth or candidus overgrowth. If you have white nails, like the thing of your nails, if it's white, the white spots, yellowish colored nails, thinning nails, sign of malabsorption. If your hair is shedding, if you have headaches, watery and itchy eyes, I used to have that. If you have yellow skin, like jaundice or liver issues, yellow eyes, upper respiratory infections, usually dealing with yeast infections. And as you can see, there's an array of different branches of symptoms that's derived from gut issues. And we can probably link every issue linking to how the gut health affects catching colds. If you don't know, majority of your immune system is dependent on your gut health. Okay, so I think 70 to 90% of your immune system is in your gut. Far as linking the gut and brain health, so the microbiome can affect your mood and your brain. It's linked because there's chemical release from these bacteria that release in the gut that can alter your state of your brain. This is why our FDA, Food and Drug Administration, is named Food and Drug Administration, because it can alter your state of consciousness. It can alter your brain. It can create addictive patterns. It can change your mood. So this is why our government, I don't want to say make everything conspiracy, but our government, has the Food and Drug Administration, because they're heavily linked, putting drugs in our food, altering the chemistry of our food, which is thus altering our not only state of health, our state of mind, and obviously biology. And so, okay, so so 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Is linked to the microbes. I have these names that I cannot pronounce, and I'm planning to do courses online. My husband's going to help me because he's a master of making courses. I'm good in health and holistic health and wellness, and I like to empower just the everyday person about their health, to take advantage of their health, to pass it down to the next generation, because it's statistically, they say right now 46% of children have major health issues, and then they're saying that I think in 5 to 10 years, majority of the kids that's going to be birthed are going to have autism or some type of learning disability. And as you can see, these things are increasing now, and is due to the chemicals that our bodies are being exposed to, and the lack of healthy bacteria. The lack of healthy bacteria and them disconnecting, using all these drugs that disconnect the communication of the bacteria. So, we're killing the bacteria with antibiotics and different drugs, and we're so antibacterial when the bacteria, as long as we're living in balance, the bacteria is what is keeping us in check and keeping our health in check. So people in the holistic community, I don't know if it's mainstream yet in the holistic community, but it is a lot of people talking about it, at least people that I've been following and researching. And a great person to look up, his name is Dr. Zach Bush, Zach Bush, Bush. He is the founder of Restore. He has a lot of educational videos on YouTube, which I binged and watched that, and it took me like a year before I eventually brought the product. And like I said, it's only been 2 weeks for me, but it's been a game changer for our family. But yeah, if you research Dr. Zach Bush, put him in YouTube or Google, and you'll find a wealth of information, independent studies about the things he talks about. He talks about gut health. He also talks about the essential, how it's essential for our farmers. He's educating farmers to, because he's like triple board certified, but he's now in integrative medicine, more on the natural side, but he's linking integrative medicine into trying to educate the farmers, because the farmers play an essential role on our health and they're also being bullied by the industrial and the people, the higher ups, where it's messing up the quality of the food that's produced, because they're using this Roundup, they're using the pesticides and the herbicides, and a lot of farmers, if you don't know, farmers have the highest rate of suicide because they hate what they do, and they're forced to be this money making machine. Yeah, it's not even Monsanto now, Nubian, but that's a good point. Monsanto was the one that started it, but now they have patented it, so they disperse this globally, so it's hidden under many names. So so you go to other countries, they're dispersing the same drugs and pesticides that's messing up our microbiology, that's saving us, is saving the microorganisms that keep things in check that we can't see with our naked eye, but it's helping us. But that's a whole nother I can keep pivoting because there's so many things that's linked to this. But like I said, when it comes to gut health, so usually people get older, not usually, but a lot of people get older who have Parkinson or Crohn's or multiple sclerosis, dementia, Alzheimer's, autism. It's usually also linked to gut health as well. All of these are usually neurological. It's just a miscommunication, and it's a disruption in the gut. And again, it has everything to do with gut health. So you can reverse these things that I named, all the symptoms that I named. People who have fertility issues. It's even predicted that in 15 years, people are not going to be able to reproduce. I have children. I would love to have grandchildren to be healthy. I know I had to fight for my kids to be healthy. I had to fight to, and health is a continual journey, but, I just went through my own journey with my health, my children, and we're still going through our journey. But I can definitely say that our household is now at its optimal health it's ever been since we've introduced this product, because I felt like it was the missing link and we've done many different things, and again, I'll talk about that towards the end. But having good health microbiome can reduce your chances of having colon cancer. You can heal from like type 2 diabetes. Usually that has to do pretty much also with bad microgut biome. Like I said, healing dementia, Alzheimer's, RA, autism, mental illness, anxiety, brain fog, ADHD, all these memory loss, depression, which I had postpartum depression. I had really thin nails after I had my first baby, and after I had my second baby, my daughter. And I went through postpartum myself, and I also my teeth my body was depleted in calcium. I was malabsorbed. At that time we were plant-based vegan. We were eating pretty decently healthy, not compared to now, but really decently healthy. But once I start taking, at that particular time, when I started taking Epsom salt baths, which magnesium. This is another thing. I'm going off topic. I'm going to stay back on topic. But I start taking magnesium, potassium, and calcium. once I took that, I was able to move past my depression. I was able to grow my nails, not grow them, but my nails they were paper thin. It became regular again. My teeth stopped feeling like they were about to fall out my mouth. Different things like that. So, but if we've been taking supplements, we've been taking herbs, you know, if you guys don't know, I'm a detox specialist, so I'm constantly fasting and detoxing. And I don't say constantly, like it's a continual thing. We detox every day. It's part of what we should do, but put the intention aside to give our body a rest. And I truly believe in that. That's another topic. But the product that I'm talking about is Restore. You can find this on Amazon. You can look up the doctor who created this, or discovered it rather, because it is a natural product. Put in a bottle is Dr. Zach Bush, and this product is the missing link to health. And I was going to wait to 3 months, but I'm so excited. It's only been 2 weeks and we see a major difference in our household. My skin, I don't have nothing on my skin. I didn't, I don't have nothing on my skin anywhere. And like I didn't even put lotion on today. I didn't even take a bath today. It's been a chill day for me. Don't judge me. That's a whole nother thing. I'll talk about that later, about how frequently, but that's microbiome. Like our microbiome's everywhere. But my point is, since I've taken this product, my skin became more radiant, more vibrant, even tone. Like tonight I was going to do the sea moss mask. My skin feels as soft as a baby. I wish I had my husband down here to testify, no pressure on him. But I just can't stop touching myself because it's so soft and it's so hydrated. And the reason why it's hydrated is because of this. This doesn't do anything for you. I don't know how to say it. Like, it is like, what this does is help the microbiome in your gut to communicate more efficiently. It's like the Wi-Fi. How do you should say it? This is the analogy that when I heard the speaker speak, it's like the Wi-Fi in your house. Like, you know, so sometimes your Wi-Fi is turned off. Doesn't mean your phone is broke. It just means that you don't have the network to communicate, you know, like I'm communicating with y'all right now. So the Restore is literally really old soil and water. Sounds so crazy, but it's not like, it's no bacteria in it. So, you know, they do the purification, but it's just plain, but we don't understand the importance of, like, you know, when they say go outside and go play in the dirt, it helps your immune system, or, you know, you hear about soils being depleted and stuff like that, but we don't understand how profound this is to our gut and overall health. And so, yep, you can order Restore on Amazon. I don't get anything from it, at least not yet. Eventually, I would love to sell it because, and if you guys do not know, I do have a website. Anything that I will sell will be something that I truly vouch for. I wouldn't be just giving you the runaround. I'll be talking about products that really work, supplements that really work. This is a supplement that is a game changer, because we've been taking like vitamin C. See, here's some of the other food supplements we take. Vitamin C in its natural form, not chemically made. It's a raw vitamin C extracted from whole foods. I take raw pollen, bee pollen. I take, and that's not every day, but that's what I also take to help diversify. It helps get the pollens from the trees locally. All that's a whole nother topic. But so we take spirulina, we take moringa, and we take sea moss. Okay, so I take all those supplements, and I've been taking those supplements for some time. But this, now I can feel the benefit. This helps you absorb, because it's helping the network of your microbiome gut biome, and we've already been eating healthy, right? But I'm like, why does my skin look dull? Why I don't look as radiant as I thought I should be looking because I've been eating so healthy, right? Now I'm starting to see the effects of me eating this way. Like I said, my skin just feels like a baby. Like I touch my toddler's skin. And my daughter, like I said, she's recovering from her eczema. Her skin isn't fully, as you all saw in the first video, she's still healing. But places where her body's already healed, it's like butter. It's so soft. My husband said my skin is like butter as well. Anyway, so this product is going to help you absorb, like I said, the 4 functions: digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. So since I've been taking it these 2 weeks, it has improved my digestion. It has improved my absorption. Why? Because I look more radiant. My skin is soft. My nails, my hair is shiny. My husband's hair is shiny because I will always, talk about why, he needs to oil his hair. He hasn't really oiled his hair. He used to have dandruff issues, get dry patches. His skin used to be dry. And since then, it's just been shiny and radiant as well. And so we know the absorption of all the foods we're eating is being absorbed because the skin and the hair and nails are the last place to receive, to show the effects of, what you're putting in your body. And that's usually our telltale sign of if we're eating unhealthy or is there a hormone imbalancement. If we're not sleeping right, you get the drift. So utilization, definitely, because I feel better taking it. Normally I would feel fatigue or sluggish. I don't want to say normally because it's not saying I feel terrible without this product, but it just helped optimize not only hydration, utilization, digestion, and elimination has improved in our house. So we've all have normal bowel movements. When I say normal, on the low end normal, but now for me, I'm now pooping 3 to 4 times a day. My normal range was 2 times a day. Since I shifted my diet, and when I wasn't eating this way, when I was eating wheat and not knowing how to eat, I was pooping once a week or every other day. And I had a lot of brain fatigue, brain fog. I felt sluggish. I was really moody, really cranky. People usually say, you're constipated and it affects your mood because all these different things, if you're constipated, that's being reabsorbed in your bloodstream, bad bacteria. And it's, like I said, going back to gut and brain health. So, okay. So anyways, like I said, 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut. Okay. So this helps optimize your gut. Another way to optimize your gut, again, this would be step one to take. This is a food supplement as far as, let me rewind. Things to do to help optimize your gut. I did go over things to eliminate. Key ones was anything with gluten or wheat in it, right? Soy, canola oil, palm oil, any cheap, yucky oil, eliminate this crap out your diet, right? If you're going to eat meat, right? But if you're trying to detox and regenerate or reverse health issues or optimize your health, I would say eliminate it altogether. Me and my family, we do not eat meat. We call ourselves plant-based because we're not quite there on the vegan. Vegan is a lifestyle, is a life commitment, is a whole nother thing. We're plant-based because we're more about emphasizing, and the focus is on our health. Not to say we don't care about animals, we absolutely do. But things to eliminate is dairy, sugary products, wheat, processed foods, the cheap oils, canola, soy, and they have a lot of things laced. Just trust me, people, if you're going to go plant-based or vegan, try to get the raw ingredients and organic, and then cleanse them, and then try to make your own almond milk versus what you have in the store, because they have other chemicals and stuff laced in there that you don't want. That's also, just because it's plant-based or vegan, don't get hyped on these words. Even this keto, the keto, you know, they have keto foods and all this other stuff. Don't get hooked up on the words, but look at the ingredients of your food. Okay, so so you have the amino acid called GABA, GABA. It's amino acid that's also produced in your gut that helps you. That's an anti-anxiety, and it helps you to relax. So this is just the importance of the gut. You know, there's strands of bacteria that help create dopamine. You know, right now they're making artificial, how I was trying to say, you know, your social media is, you know, and dopamine is an addictive effect, you know, so dopamine can help motivate you. So if you're not a motivated person to do the things you need to do, if you're not as goal oriented as you would like, taking Restore and then eating a variety of fruits and vegetables. The more color, the more variety that you get is good, because you want a diverse range of different good bacteria in your gut. Antibiotics, we already know antibiotics isn't good. And it is, I would say this, antibiotics kills good and bad bacteria and can affect your mood, can affect your gut. Obviously, if it affects your gut, it affects your immune system, and it affects your brain development. Okay, so when your gut biome is poor, your anxiety is through the roof. I had anxiety issues, you guys. My daughter had anxiety issues because of the heavy metals and the glucophosphate that we're being exposed to in our environment and our food. So we have to take the initiative to counteract these things. So this is why our family are constantly taking foods that help.
I didn't do this.
Okay, go upstairs and Baba's going to help you.
But Baba's getting ready to go to bed right now.
Okay, well.
I've been yawning at him.
Because you've been what?
Yawning.
Okay, so we can do it tomorrow morning, okay? Can I have a kiss?
Yes.
You not going to give me a kiss?
No.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
All right. Sorry about that. Where was I? Okay. Antibiotics. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, anxiety. So, yeah, me and my daughter had anxiety issues. Even my husband said he had anxiety. He just, he doesn't show it as me and my daughter, you know, vocalize or express it. You know, men are more internal and stuff like that. But just highly stressed, things that would just cause you to overstimulation, just either have memory loss or just be overwhelmed. So, you know, again, those are symptoms of you having gut issues. So if, you know, once you get that in check, all these different things will start to reduce and potentially go away. This is just one supplement, but it can be like a game changer, especially if you're committed to changing and eliminating the foods that are counteracting, you know, balance within your body. So eating fermented foods are really, really good. I would love to get into, once my husband fully stays at home, he's still working on transitioning now, but I would love to get into fermenting, making our own fermented food. So, I would say if you're taking Restore, if you're taking probiotics, you can actually, but you're eating fruits and vegetables and a lot of electro and live foods, you can actually, and this is just me and my recommendation, you can actually take your money from taking those probiotics, because they're expensive, and this can be expensive. Well, it's expensive for all four of us to take it. I don't know. It depends on what is a priority to you, but this is definitely a staple for us because we feel like it's definitely a priority. But you can take your money from some of the food supplements you're taking that's not efficient or not working for you, because if you're getting chemically altered or artificial supplements that are not food from whole foods, switch them out to whole food supplements and herbs and different things of that. It'd be way more effective, and your body's able to, they're made where your body's able to absorb them because your gut biome, right? But if you're eating foods that have you have raw fruits and vegetables, and eliminating the foods that I had named, and taking this, and then adding fermented foods into your diet, which is what we do. We eat right now. We've been just on sauerkraut and kimchi. Again, I would like to diversify that. We switch it out every once in a while. The company here in Maryland, one fermented company we like is called Hex, Hex. It's out here in Maryland for those who's in this area. They're in Mom's, and I believe they're also in Wegmans. So yeah, and that's one brand we like. But having foods that has probiotics and fermented foods, so ones that you find in the refrigerator section, are the more high quality foods to take. We do not take probiotics. We eat a lot of raw fiber or raw foods. Our body will able to create that process in itself, so we don't need to spend all that money on that, and we'd rather spend our money on this because this was the missing link. And if you are going to take probiotics, I would suggest rotating the different strands, because our body's made of hundreds of trillions of cells, but it's also made of 15 times more of gut microbiome or bacteria. So we're made up 15 times more bacteria in our body than we are of human cells. Okay. So if you're going to take probiotics, you're definitely going to need to rotate, because if you're oversaturating yourself with a whole bunch of the same strands, you want a diverse range of different strands of bacteria in your body. And again, if you eat raw fruits and vegetables and whole grains and different things, you're going to create a multitude of different strands. Trying to think what else. Okay, so that is it far as that. There is like a cleanse you can go on to, like, if you have candidus issues or yeast overgrowth or different things like that. There is like a detox, and if you're interested and if you feel like you have those issues, you're welcome again to hit me up. I do work by donations. My Cash App should be in the description. So if you feel it in your hearts to donate, just send it into the Cash App, or you can ask me for my PayPal and I can send you my PayPal information. But I prefer the Cash App because right now PayPal got me on hold right now. I'm not sure why. I don't know. PayPal's been challenging, if you haven't heard, through other people yet. Okay, how you're born affects your gut biome. So a lot of people are, and even I had emergency C-section with my first child, and that also affects your microbiome, because going through the birth canal and out the vagina is also where the child has the ability to get all the different strands of bacteria that's going to help diversify the bacteria for that child to survive in this world, versus if you have an emergency C-section, it's missing all that exposure to that bacteria. So a lot of children are being born with that. That's why we have hyperallergenic children. Again, not only because we've been killing off all the bacterias, but also because we're not exposing them to the good bacteria, because they don't even have a chance to going through the birth canal and getting all the vaginal fluid that has the good microbiome that would help build the immunity for that child. So that's another misconception of us being freaks against bacteria. But if we go out into nature and we're getting our hands on the soil or just breathing in a variety of different, natural places, not the city and smoke and all that artificial crap. But if we go into a forest or woods and breathing in that in, that's helping our immune system. That's increasing the bacteria that we're intaking, not through our lungs, but also, if we're putting our hands in it, it's, our skin also absorbs, things in as well. And this helps increase and diverse our microbiome. And like I said, every part of your body has its own microbiome. 15 times more, we're made up of 15 times more of bacteria than we are of our own human cells. So that should, tell you this is very essential. So yeah, people who have anxiety, all allergies, which I had really, really bad allergies, you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the group, or again, you're welcome to inbox me if you're looking to have a one-on-one. I am a holistic humanitarian. I'm blessed to work for free because I do believe the universe provides, and our family has everything we need. But we could also, if you feel it in your heart to donate or help, to at any given time for the information that I put together, and you feel this is helpful, I am always grateful. I'm trying to think what else. Foods to consume to help heal leaky gut. Okay, fruits and vegetables, I already said that. But some supplements, like I said, moringa. Moringa is really, really good. It has so much nutrients, vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin E, amino acids. Amino acids is pretty much the building blocks of protein. Building blocks of us. Moringa also helps with collagen if you're into beauty like I am, natural beauty. And you're looking for ways to boost your collagen. Taking moringa or sea moss is really good because they're high in collagen, and collagen helps the plumpness and helps the elasticity of the skin. And as we age or get older, I think once you hit in your lower 20s, or if you had children and you're been depleted because you give a lot of your nutrients, and if you're malabsorbed because of the average standard American diet, or because you need a detox and you need to eliminate certain foods out your diet so you can seal and heal the gut so you're not malabsorbed. But taking moringa is definitely a game changer. I would suggest that. And we take, definitely during the winter time, but, just taking a whole foods vitamin C is really, really good. Sauerkraut's really good. Like I said, fermented food, natural probiotics, sprouted flax seeds. There's really no need to get collagen powder. You can get moringa or sea moss. I do have collagen powder on there, but you can get moringa sea moss because it has so many more benefits outside of collagen. And once you get your body to work where it's not malabsorbed, you can optimize, taking like moringa and sea moss, because if you're taking all this expensive stuff, you're just going to have expensive pee because your body's not able to absorb it because, like I said, because of the connective issues and the bacteria being out of balance and not able to communicate efficiently. And this is how it works. Your body, when you your stomach acid and all that stuff breaks it down, and then the microbiome, the bacteria is what breaks the food down, and then it is food down enough to feed it to the cells, and then in the cells you have your mitochondrial DNA, and your mitochondrial DNA also breaks it down even further. I don't think we know that, but it's usually when we stop at the stomach and then it poops and all the other stuff. But it's still, there's a whole symphony going on in your body, down to a cellular level, and this will help optimize that. I haven't taken diastasis earth, but that has been recommended through some very reputable people. It's supposed to help cleanse the blood, and it's really good to take it when you're taking fermented foods or getting probiotics, and helps heal candidus and parasites and stuff like that. But you can also take different parasite cleansers. If you're looking or for any suggestions as far as parasite cleansers, you're welcome to hit me up. Is it good to put olive oil on your salads and raw veggies? I do. My husband, it works well for him. I know people have their issues with oils. I don't see the problem. Maybe I need to research more into that. But yeah, we definitely take, we use coconut oil. My husband, he used a lot of oils in our house. We actually need to re-up on some of our oils. Avocado oil is really good. Chia seeds, hemp seeds, we definitely put that on our salads and stuff like that, and in our wraps or in our smoothies. We definitely, put that in there. It has omegas and different things of that. And I think oils are good. Sean. So if you want to help fix your malabsorption, you're welcome to hit me up. If you have, leaky gut, or if you feel like you had bad gut health, you're welcome to hit me up. If this video, again, I hope this video is able to break it down where you can just take some of the suggestions from this video, and it's helpful, even though it's only going to stay for 24 hours. I'm going to have to probably do YouTube or something, or maybe Facebook. I don't know. We'll see. Kimchi is really good. It's saying that I only have 1 minute and 30 seconds, you guys. Spirulina, aloe vera is good. Fermented pickles, vegetable fiber, fermented cod oil. I've never taken that. I'm vegan, so but for those who aren't, that's supposed to be good. Good alternative, rather. Collagen boosting foods. Okay. So I'm going to get off of here and get back on to finish. And hopefully this was helpful if you're going to stop watching from here.